St. Matthew and the Angel by Caravaggio was considered unacceptable because of its crude depiction of St. Matthew as a peasant, but idealizing the figures would take away from the side of the painting that added to the cultural significance of the piece. The figures shown in the painting were depicted in a way seen as crude at the time, but reflected the photorealism aspect of the Baroque movement that Caravaggio founded. Michelangelo Emery da Caravaggio was an Italian painter known for his realistic style and his creative influence on the Baroque movement. He was born in Milan, Italy in 1571, where his father was a household administrator and architect-decorator to the Marquess of Caravaggio with Italian painter Simone Pietrangelo. After a plague struck Milan, the family moved to the city of Caravaggio. His father and grandfather died on the same day in 1577. His mother would later die in 1584. The same year he would begin a 4-year apprenticeship under Italian painter Simone Pietrangelo. In his 20s, he moved to Rome where he would build his reputation as an artist. At the same time, he was building a reputation as a violent, irritable man, and would eventually earn a death sentence for murder. After this, he fled to Naples and then traveled to Malta and Sicily, where he would continue building his reputation as an influential Italian artist. Baroque painting is a painting style typically expressed by extravagant effects, shown through exaggerated details such as dark lighting and strong curves. Artists at this time worked to set their work apart from the previous Renaissance paintings. They often made use of intense, warm colors and used great contrast in the lighting of the paintings. Photorealistic paintings began to appear for the first time during the Baroque period. Caravaggio was the founder of the realist Baroque style, which was reflected in many of his works. His approach to art was one that had not been seen before, and it shocked his contemporaries and set him apart from the artists before him. St. Matthew and the Angel was created in 1602 as a commission for the Contrelli Chapel within the Church of San Luigi de Francesi in Rome. The chapel was commissioned by French Monsignor Matteo Contrelli, who on his death left an endowment and instructions for the decoration of the chapel. His instruction requested that the chapel be decorated with scenes from the life of his namesake, Matthew the Evangelist. Caravaggio was initially commissioned to create 2 paintings to accompany a statue created by Flemish artist Jacob Colbert. The third panel of the altarpiece was supposed to depict St. Matthew writing his gospel under the guidance of an angel, which was the scene that was shown in the piece by Caravaggio. The piece was deemed unsatisfactory because of Caravaggio's use of live models instead of the common practice of idealization in paintings at the time. Caravaggio was commissioned to create another piece that was more cohesive with the other works and glorified the image of St. Matthew. The first version of St. Matthew and the Angel was purchased by Marquis Vincenzo Giustiniani. The painting was eventually stored in an anti-aircraft bunker in Berlin, where it was destroyed by a fire. The only reproduction of the painting was in black and white, so our knowledge of what the actual colored product looked like is based off of the other works in the altarpiece in Caravaggio's typical style.